This is my audience. Please don't get this twisted. This speech is for me as much as it is for everyone else who smokes those darn cancer sticks. Today, I'm going to encourage you and I both to take a big step into quitting smoking cigarettes. I'm going to discuss the health effects, why it's so hard for everyone, including myself, to quit, and the steps in order to take to quit. Let's begin quitting together, and hopefully it might be a little easier. In an article called Health Effects of Smoking and the Benefits of Quitting by Edward Gometz in the AMA Journal of Ethics, he stated, currently it is estimated that over 85% of all lung cancer cases are tobacco related. He went on to explain that smoking tobacco products affects everything from your skin, your mouth, obviously your respiratory system, your heart, your bones, and so much more. So basically the whole body, right? He explains that it causes poor circulation due to the impaired oxygen delivery, and it contributes to bad breath and reoccurring pharyngitis, which I have suffered from in the past, mainly when I was working as a server. I think also dealing with all those germs. I always was getting diagnosed with viral pharyngitis. It can also cause shortness of breath, sometimes chronic bronchitis. It increases the risk of heart disease and high blood pressure and numerous different types of cancers. And I could basically go on and on about the negative health effects of smoking. But I didn't come here to lecture you, so I get it gets hard to quit smoking, so maybe if we quit together, it might be a little easier. Recently, I personally tried to quit smoking, and I was down to 1 cigarette a day, almost none basically compared to what I was smoking, but for some reason, I did go right back to it. That was my first attempt in my whole 9 years of smoking. I'm now on attempt number 2. It's definitely a rocky start, but I am determined this time. But the question is, why is it so hard? In an article named Phenomenological Insight into the Motivation to Quit Smoking, written by Gil, Moulin, and Bilal on ScienceDirect.com, the difficulty with putting down the smokes is the dependence which comes from them. And it comes from behavioral, cognitive, social, and physiological circumstances and situations. Some studies listed by Gil, Moulin, and Bilal show that the barriers people face when they try to quit smoking include coping, stress, not fearing the consequences, and their conducive social circles. For me personally, I struggle with both the coping with the stress and not fearing the consequences. I tend to have that outlook of, well, I'm going to die anyways, which is not a good outlook for anyone to have. Let me get that clear. But hopefully it will be easier if we do quit together. Some people think quitting is easy, others think it's completely hard. Either way, I think it's safe to say the science does prove that the negative health effects that it has completely on your whole body. There are a number of different ways to quit: cold turkey, slowly cutting back, gum, patches, anything, some people choose vapes and slowly wean off. It just depends. But however you decide to quit, the main point is to put down those cancer sticks in the end, right? In another article called Study Shows Quitting Smoking Completely is the best way to protect your health. In 2025, a Dr. Efron Testingi at Johns Hopkins Medicine suggested that quitting smoking entirely is the most effective way to improve your health. In this study, it shows that even low levels of smoking, one a day, one a week, impacts your cardiovascular health and poses extreme risks. In another article on who kicks the habit and how they do it, done in June of 2007, Lillard, Plassom, Kenkel, and Mateos on ScienceDirect.com suggested pharmaceutical products that help people quit smoking actually help double that smoking abstinence rate. But any way you take it, quitting smoking is still better than not trying it at all. And I believe we can get through it together if we quit smoking together. Today, I hope I encouraged you and I both to quit smoking. I hope I made you feel like you can lean on my shoulder and I can support you in a difficult time, because it's not easy. If anyone can tell you, that's definitely me. I have reviewed the health effects of using tobacco products, why it's so hard to quit, and how to quit. Again, I don't want any of you to get it twisted. I just want us to be healthier together. So maybe if we quit smoking together, we'll be healthier together. Thank you.